My dear students of 12th Medical, and this is your botany sir. Hope you are well at your homes. And today in botany we are going to take up our final this topic, that is seed and fruit formation in Angiosperms. Till now we have been discussing the post-fertilization events, and this is the final event, that is the resultant of the sexual production is the seed and the fruit formation. Now, the seed is the final product of sexual production in angiosperms. And though in gymnosperms the seeds are also formed, and a seed is described as a fertilized ovule. You must be remembering the structure of embryo sac and the pre-fertilization events, and then the process of fertilization, wherein most of the angiosperms follow the double fertilization. And now the seed is described as a fertilized ovule and formed inside the fruits. A typical seed consists of seed coat or seed coats, cotyledon or cotyledons, and an embryo axis. As you must be remembering that monocots have single cotyledon and dicots have two cotyledons in their seeds. These cotyledons are thick and swollen, simple structures, and you may visualize these in this diagram here. These are the cotyledons, and simply at your place you may cut open a bean seed that is readily available in every house, and you may have a look on the two cotyledons there. Now these cotyledons are thick and swollen, simple structures which are nothing but the food reserves. And mature seeds are either non-albuminous or albuminous. Non-albuminous seeds have no residual endosperm. You must be remembering the endosperm is the resultant of the double fertilization events, wherein the central cell gets fertilized and develops into a nutritive tissue that is called as the endosperm. As it is completely consumed during embryo development. For non-albuminous seeds, the endosperm is completely consumed during embryo development, as in case of pea and groundnut. And albuminous seeds retain a part of the endosperm as it is not completely used up during embryo development, as in case of wheat, maize, castor, and sunflower. In some seeds like black pepper and beet, remnants of nucellus are also persistent. You must be remembering the nucellar tissue. And this residual persistent nucellus is called as perisperm. Now the seed coats are the result of hardened integuments of ovules and serve as protective covering of seed. The micropyle remains as a small pore in seed coat. This pore later on facilitates the seed the supply of oxygen and water, and helps in the germination of seed. A mature seed has a reduced moisture content, only 10 to 15% by mass, and metabolic activities of the embryo slow down. The embryo enters a state of inactivity called dormancy, and most of these dried seeds are dormant seeds, and these can be preserved for years together. And when the favorable conditions are available, they germinate. The favorable conditions may include the adequate moisture, oxygen, and suitable temperature. Ovules mature into seeds, and the ovary develops into a fruit, and these processes proceed simultaneously. The wall of the ovary develops into the wall of the fruit, called pericarp. And the fruit may be fleshy, as in case of guava, orange, mango, or it may be dry, as in groundnut and mustard. Many fruits have evolved mechanism for seed dispersal. This has been discussed previously in the 11th class in detail. And by the time the fruit develops from the ovary, other floral parts degenerate and fall off. However, in apple, strawberry, cashew, the thalamus also contributes to fruit formation. That is why such fruits are called as the phallus fruits. And most fruits develop from ovary, and such fruits which develop from ovary are called the true fruits. And fruits are the result of fertilization in most angiosperms. But certain species produce fruits without fertilization, and this process and this event is called as the parthenocarpy, and the fruits thus parthenocarpic fruits. And the most popular among these parthenocarpic fruits is the banana. And seedless fruits are produced through parthenocarpy by the application of growth hormones. Thanks.